Aloha, everyone. Hope you're having a glorious day. Hey, I can't tell my child what to believe. This is what I hear from mothers coming into the psychiatry practice, and it goes along this line of thinking that, my parents who taught me their Christianity, somehow this has become tainted. This has become awful or bad to teach your children. And so I can't tell them, I just have to let them decide. Well, this is nonsense. This is like not teaching them not to step in front of a bus. You, as their mother, know that if they step in front of a bus, they're going to get smashed. So more importantly is spiritual development and guidance, and that is the job of a parent. In fact, Dartmouth Medical School in 2013 assembled 33 neuroscientists to address rising rates of mental illness, behavioral problems, and emotional distress among U.S. children and teens. What did they find out? That humans are wired for relationships, and that nurture shapes the brain. Nurture neutralizes the genetic vulnerabilities, and that our adolescence is an especially important time of brain development, needing nurturing in this way. Now, most importantly, most surprisingly, because these are 33 secular, mostly atheist neuroscientists, they said that humans need a church community and humans need a transcendent relationship to God. Otherwise, they cannot fully develop the full potential of their brain. Well, we have abandoned this practice in the West, and it's becoming more so in America. Because in America, if you were a family being raised in the 70s or before, for the most part, you would have been given the answers to the questions, the most important questions of origin, identity, meaning, and morality and destiny as this. Where did we come from? Well, we were created from an all-powerful, all-knowing, timeless, spaceless, immaterial, creative, personal, loving, relational God. And what is our identity? We're made in God's image, carrying the Imago Dei with free will, but we're fallen. So what is the meaning of life? It's to know God and share the love that He has for us with others. And how should we relate to others? Well, we're saved for the good works of showing God others to out of an attitude of a cheerful giver. And what happens to us after we die? Well, we can live kingdom values now that have been inaugurated with Christ's first coming, and we look forward to the time of full justice in eternity, living with God. This is the Christianity that we were taught that is not being taught to the children of today, because we don't want to upset their choice in the matter. Well, this doesn't make any sense. In fact, we're reaping the benefits of not teaching our children these important truths. In fact, they're defaulting to what is taught to them by 8th grade science teachers, that we're an accident, that the only identity in life is just invented, or whatever gets thumbs up on or likes on their social media. And so life is ultimately meaningless. We make it up. And, well, do whatever you want in life. Whatever you can get away with, just do that. And because after we die, we go to nothingness. This is the default mode that children are growing up learning from their 8th grade teacher or their peers, or a cold, cruel reality without guidance from their parents. Now, here's the irony. The irony is that evolutionary science believes in miracles. What do I mean by that? Well, the physical mechanisms can explain things like variable phenotypic expression, or differential reproduction. But evolution, neo-Darwinism, relies on miraculous mechanisms that are not currently explained by neo-Darwinism. In other words, life from non-life, or higher organisms from lower organisms. So we can explain the sustaining, we can explain the the survival, but not the arrival, not the creating. And so instructions don't write themselves. Information always comes from intelligence. And the top evolutionary biologists will admit this, that variability, change over time, hey, that's no big deal. That's not contested. Everybody agrees on this. Or differential reproduction, no big problem there. Where the problem comes in is the arrival of new origins or higher phenotypic creation mechanisms. And this was uncovered or exposed in October 2014 in one of the world's most respected science journals called Nature. Evolutionary biologists said that the current explanation of neo-Darwinism has shortcomings in explaining the arrival or origin of life. And it goes on to mention that at the Royal Society conference, that these deficiencies persist. And this was in November of 2016. Again, the Royal Society of London addressed this problem. So this is not being solved. This is not going away. Cosmogony has the same problem with the origin of universe. Cosmogony science believes in miracles. So the physical mechanisms can be explained. The theories, the formulas can be explained of the sustaining forces that are now currently in operation. But they fall apart for the creating origins of the universe. So things like quantum fluctuations are more religion than science. Inflation, religion, dark matter. This is an invented placeholder to explain Big Bang. Same with dark energy. Hyperspace dimension and quantized redshifts, as well as the even distribution of temperature throughout the cosmic microwave radiation background. So the precision of sustaining formulas are not random, but they fall apart on creation. So do you believe in miracles? If you're a science guy, you say you have to. You have to, because when you get back to inflation or quantum fluctuations, this is just religion. These formulas that describe the sustaining of the universe don't describe the origin of the universe. And this has come to the attention of many cosmologists and cosmogonist scientists. In fact, it was published in New Scientist in 2004. They went over the fact that it's actually a leap of faith, and that funding rules the day on why people continue to persist the status quo. And it was signed by hundreds of scientists since. I hope you like this video, and I hope you will tell your children the truth about Christianity.